First things first, actually the newest in town too, so in case you missed out. Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, the award-winning Starbreeze Studios game from like a dozen years ago when it was released originally, is getting a remake too. This thing's in the making from the ground up with the use of Unreal Engine 5 and hitting PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and PCs on February 28 next year. You might also want to know the single-player experience of the game is also now doable in local co-op.
This 夢と現実、精神と物質の狭間にある場所。私の名はイゴール。お初にお目にかかります。
Atlus just came up with another trailer on Persona 3 Reload. Their highly anticipated turn-based Japanese RPG said the game is releasing on February 2nd, 2024 for PCs and to both generations of consoles as well, except Switch. The Reload, for those of you unfamiliar, is a remake that aims to capture and expand upon the original Persona 3 with enhanced gameplay, story, and more characterization. It also then counts as fourth entry in the franchise.
Yo.
At the Game Awards just a few days ago, Sega came out with probably the best reveal trailer on the show on bringing back a bunch of its old hitters such as Jet Set Radio, Golden Axe, Shinobi, and a few more to the new consoles totally built from the ground up too. The details are rather thin for now, just a quick trailer. The supposedly bundle will do on consoles sometime next year. About 2 months ago, we came across a new look at Metal Gear Solid Delta, Snake Eater's gameplay, a remake announced earlier in the year, which we figured by the time an Unreal Engine 5 remake. Anyway, they're not going to be using only that. Hideo is actually using the same voice actors, in which case you missed out on its update. We got our first in-engine look, pre-alpha footage, and that this thing is hitting the next generation of consoles, possibly coming out by the end of 2024. Quick mention here, Dragami Games just went on and delayed the Lollipop Chainsaw remake from its previously planned 2023 window released and now into a summer 2024. Now you probably know this, But Lollipop Chainsaw was a melee hack and slasher released more than a decade ago, offering one of the most frantic and fun to play yet rather different approach to zombie apocalypse games in overall gameplay. Check it out in case you missed it.
Do not underestimate this foe!
Your foe?
Sephiroth.
What am I supposed to do? Their luck runs out, but mine doesn't? I'm the only one who gets a pass?
Sometimes, I don't even know who I am.
Moving on to number 6, we have the biggest in scale PlayStation 5 exclusive ever maybe in the making, Final Fantasy VII Remake Rebirth, which we know now the follow-up will feature new story content centered around Zack, incorporating backstory for Sephiroth, including in the mobile game Ever Crisis. I've already mentioned this before, but the game is also taking place in an alternative timeline where the story is a little bit different. Check it out. Game is releasing February 29 into PCs in the PlayStation 5 only.
Look at me, Barrett. You think I want Marlene to see what her father's become?
Promise not to tell? When she wakes up, a scary man is gonna kill her.
I won't say that it was fate. I won't say that it was destiny. But if not, what good?
Coming up behind that by THQ Nordics here, we have the Alone in the Dark. It's a classic detective noir almost and a horror adventure game about the detective and a woman exploring a haunted house as they're just searching for answers about the mansion's owner. You all remember the Alone in the Dark games? They literally started the fixed camera in the survival horror genre. This remake, however, is a third-person puzzle horror game in nature and is going to be coming out now on March 20th next year.
Where am I?
Huh. How eccentric.
I did it! I crossed the thresholds to my intended destination without a focusing device.
What a peculiar lock. The Astarte Artist Colony. I remember hearing about their disappearance. Must have been 15 years or more now. These paintings got some grim-looking rot on them.
Hey, you! Get out of here! Calm down. I'm going. Good choice.
Moving on to number 8, we've got here once again by the famous THQ Nordics the long-awaited, of course, Gothic Remake, remaining a PC to next-gen exclusive and coming out mid to late 2024. Gothic Remake is incorporating new locations, modern designs, all whilst remaining rather faithful as possible to the original action RPG medieval style and the big open world scale as well. Anyway, we just got a new trailer for it in case you missed it.
You had your share, mate. Get lost. Get lost. Nobody. Oi, you twat! What was that? Sorry, you fucking twat! Mess him up! Time to put that booty to good use. Still taking bets? Sure. That's a big boy! Come on, fry him! Yeah!
I really thought you could get away with this, eh? Wait.
Number 9, it's gotta be the most anticipated of the coming year, hopefully. The one amongst the rest of its safe to say we're all looking forward to kind. Bloober Team and Konami's biggest project of a game to this day, bringing another Silent Hill 2 in the form of remake. This also might come as a surprise, but the project has been in the making for over 3 years and it'll be an entirely different approach in gameplay when remaining as faithful as possible to the original.
I don't need you anymore. I'm ready. Mary?
Romance of the Three Kingdoms 8 is being revived after like 20 years, coming back with the largest number of offices and scenarios, including an improved visual and gameplay, and now it's on its way to PCs and then it's in the Switch and also the PlayStation consoles as well early next year, combining two-dimensional and 3D technologies, adding both new and nostalgic visual effects. Here's the trailer.
よりスピーディーにあなたの決断が歴史を作る千の武将の無限のドラマ三国志8リメイク
Donkey Kong, Mario. Here we go. The rivalry that heated up on the Game Boy Advance system reignites on the Nintendo Switch system.
Guys, Mario vs. Donkey King is back on Switch with a remake of the original Game Boy Advance game from like 12 years ago, and it's now coming out on the hybrid consoles on February 16, looking like this. Not only it's graphically overhauled and compromised, even the cutscenes are remade and some new gameplay additions are in there to just make the game more fun and fresh. Check it out. Company the good words, we got this.
Mario needs to reach the key, but he can't quite cross the gap. That monkey's tail looks a little suspicious though, doesn't it? If Mario does this, now he can get across and safely grab the key. Platform too high? Reach it with a handstand jump or a backflip, like that. Observe and act to collect mini Marios, clear stages, and face Donkey Kong head on. In this updated version of the game.
A couple days back, The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered got another quick trailer, more of in-game combat, the survival modes, and a few new additions. Last of Us Part 2 Remastered is not only graphically improved, just like the previous games, it offers additional skins, new story content, and probably the dopest randomly generated survival elements. In case you missed it, the game is now coming out to the PlayStation 5 only on January 19th. For River Entertainment, some of you might know the team from the Panzer Dragoons came up with the announcement of a new one. Here, some of you might know the original called Night Slasher, now remake. It's a basically horror-themed beat-em-up classic, which was only teased with screenshots over like a couple years back. The game is now in top shape, coming to PCs, Switch, and other consoles too early next year. We also got a new trailer for it too. Remaster 1 and 2, also 3, are all getting remastered versions coming out February 14 next year. We just got a trailer for it. All those games will feature overhauled graphics, basically being ported to all platforms to run at its best. A problem most fans still have. So yeah, these games are some of the most challenging and most nostalgic puzzle action adventure classics of all time. And last but not least, we've got here the old folks at the Revolution Software bringing back the Broken Sword Shadow of the Templars Reforged, offering a remastered version of the 1996 point-and-click adventure game Broken Sword with redrawn backgrounds, 4K resolution, redone animations, and a lot more. This game is coming out on all consoles, Switch, and also PCs early next year.
As I picked myself up, all I could hear was the ceaseless drone of traffic. The leading article referred to the visit of a Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state. It smelled like someone had dumped a truckload of fish in a locker room on a hot summer afternoon.
Oh, my head. Never again. How much vodka did I drink? No, don't tell me.